Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be doing a story time on my labor and delivery. So yeah, let's get into it. So I had a high risk pregnancy, so I had to be induced. I got to pick my day of induction, and I wanted her to be born a day before me, which would have been February 26th because my birthday is the 27th, and I went in on the 25th, like the night of the 25th around 9 o'clock, because they told me that I could take like a couple of hours for everything to kick in and get to pushing. So yeah, that's how they did that. I went in, I had like a big dinner before because I heard that you couldn't eat when you're being induced. And yeah, I really couldn't. But they did give me like chicken broth and popsicles and water and stuff like that. So I was fine. I was just ready to eat as soon as she came out though. Anyways, yeah, I had a big meal, went in, messed with my mom. I ended up being late, like at least 2 hours late. And I was freaking out and I was getting upset because I wanted her to have that birthday and I thought they were gonna like reschedule me or something like that. But when I got there, they even joked about it and they're like, no, what are we gonna do? Send you back home and reschedule it? I was like, oh, I thought y'all would. Like, I thought that's what happens when you miss your appointments. But yeah, I checked in. It literally took like 2 seconds. I wrote my name on the paper, the date, and she took me straight to my room, got undressed, all this stuff, set up my stuff. Also, I guess I'll like kind of tell y'all what I had in my hospital bag. I think we all do this when we're expecting, like go to YouTube, find out what to bring and stuff like that. I just bought a gown. I bought like 2 outfits for her. I bought an outfit for me and enough room to take some diapers home because my cousin told me so. So yeah. That was it. Like honestly, I didn't need much besides like my medications and stuff like that. I have on my file like my medical history and things like that, and my mom was like, why are you bringing your medicines? This is that, they're gonna give it to you because like I'm diabetic too. And yeah, if I hadn't brought my medicine, I kind of would have been fucked because like they didn't even know I had my medicine, and when I asked for some, they did not give it to me at all. Like, what if, you know, my sugar was like hella high or something? They didn't even check it or anything. Like, I just had a baby. Like, shit changes when they come out, which shit did change, which I just recently learned. But yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, and I would have been fucked if I didn't bring it myself. But damn, I always do this. I don't have pregnancy brain anymore, but like I'm still really forgetful. Anyways, I think I was at the part where I set up my room and stuff like that and unpacked. And I got cozy. And I think I was in the room for like an hour. The nurse came in, she just asked me questions about my medical history and how my pregnancy has been going. Just like a lot of questions, but not too much. She left. I think I was in there for like another hour. They came in, they were like, all right, we're gonna get started. There's like a couple of things you could be induced with. I think most people have Pitocin. That's weird. So I had a Cervidil. It's like a string. It's a string, yeah, it's like a literally a ribbon, and at the top it's like folded, and that's where the medicine is, and they just shove it in there, and it does not hurt. It's just really uncomfortable, but like compared to like other shit, that's nothing. And yeah, they put it up there. Okay, I was confused because I was like, Pitocin is used to induce also. But the thing was that the Cervidil was taking longer than expected, and it wasn't really making that big of a difference, but it made enough of a difference. So they gave me something else to help it along. They were gonna give me something, I don't remember the name of it, but like I looked it up and it wasn't FDA approved. It's used for a whole bunch of other shit, and I was like, nah, no thanks. And every woman in my family who's been induced always tells me about Pitocin. So I'm like, yeah, give me that. And like he had came in to talk to me about it and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, no thanks. I'll take Pitocin. So he gave me my Pitocin. And honestly, like, I want to say like after an hour, like stuff really started to pick up. I was having actually no, like overnight things started to pick up because the server deal was in for 12 hours. And then like the next day when they gave me the Pitocin, that's when stuff like after an hour of the Pitocin, stuff started to pick up. Like I lost a part of my mucus spark plug and my water broke actually. It was like all my stuff like happened in like fragments, and at least that's what I think what happened. Because I swear like my water broke just a little. It was like a little trickle. Because I'm like, I know I didn't just piss on myself. I know how to get up, go to the toilet, and do what I need to do. So it wasn't me. And it was just, you know, I guess my bloody show or whatever. It wasn't that much of a show, to be honest. But, you know, that's what I had. I lost a piece of my mucus spark plug. And I started having contractions. Contractions hurt like a bitch. Me being high risk, they had to monitor her heart rate the whole entire time. So I wasn't able to like walk around and stuff because I had the straps on for her heartbeat. And I was pretty much like in the bed the whole time. Couldn't do nothing else besides go to the restroom to piss. Because I had like an IV or something in my arm and it just made everything so difficult. Like I didn't want to bother with any of that. I had to unplug the heart monitor. There's 2 plugs for it. Had to unplug both of them. Go over there, unplug this other shit, wrap it up, then go to the restroom. So like I'm good. If I don't have to go to the restroom, I'm not going anywhere else. Not that I could anyways. But yeah. Contractions started hitting. Like I said, they really hurt. And like the videos that I be watching on YouTube, I be like I feel like they're being dramatic when they be hollering and screaming. To be honest, to this day, I still feel like they're being dramatic, but everyone has their own experience and stuff like that. So maybe they're not, but like for me, they hurt like hell, but I'm not gonna holler. Like, it's just like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't touch me. Don't ask me shit. Let me be. And like, I feel like if I were able to walk around, it would help like a lot. I was just like bent over the bed trying to breathe because it was kicking my ass. And to be honest, I feel like that was the worst part of my whole entire pregnancy. I had a really smooth pregnancy. And, you know, delivery too. So yeah, contractions were the worst. I wasn't sure if I got the epidural at that time, like would I still feel it like later on, because I thought it was like a one-time thing, but it's actually like a button that you push and it can give you more and they control it and stuff like that. And yeah, and like I hear a lot of people say like they turned it off. They turned off their epidural and they never like go into details of like what that means. So I'm just like, I was always just like, what the fuck? What do you mean they turned it off? It's medicine. How do you turn medicine off? It's a box. There's medicine in the box. They control like the amount of the medicine so they can take it all the way down, or they can take it as high as it can go. I think I explained it well. So yeah, that's how they can turn it off. But I was like trying to hold off because I wanted to feel everything, because I really do not plan on having another baby. I did not plan on having this baby, so why would I plan on having any more in the future? Maybe if I meet a husband and fall in love, I might, but I would love to have my tubes tied, but I'm 21 and they say I'm too young, so I can't. Anyways, yeah, contractions hurt like a bitch. And yeah, after that, after contractions started kicking in, honestly, it felt like it took forever. Like I was in labor all day on the 26th of February, all day. They monitored my sugars. They check my cervix. I tried to hold off on that for as long as I could. Like during my pregnancy, my checkups I would have, I never let them check my cervix. They probably checked my cervix while I was in labor, probably like 3 times. Like the beginning, they did like an initial check just to see where I was, to get an idea of what was gonna go down. And then like towards the end, they checked a few times, and like I dilated pretty quickly, like in a matter of hours. And yeah, what else? Let's see. Finally, I got to like 7 or 8, and like my nurse, she was kind of like freaking out because she didn't want to deliver my baby, and she kept telling my mom, she's like, I'm not gonna deliver that baby. And my mom was like, if you're not gonna deliver it, then I am, because the doctor's not here. The doctor was downstairs or something doing a C-section, so he wasn't available to me at the time. But they just got everything set up. There was like an intern or whatever they call it there, and she was helping her set up and things like that. They had me do practice pushes, but before that, damn, I'm all over the place. Let me tell y'all about my epidural. Damn, like I just literally skipped to me giving birth. Okay, let's take it back. I might edit. I don't know. I really don't have the patience to learn how to edit, and I don't care to edit. So anyways, I mean, we're in quarantine. Like, you got all the time in the world to watch my video and watch me be all over the place, so why not? But yeah, so during my contractions, they gave me the options of Stadol, which is like the injection, nitrous gas, and an epidural. I had all 3 of them bitches. I had nitrous gas first because like that's when they were getting unbearable and I didn't know what else to do. And I was in a room by myself at the time, so I was literally like going through it, making all kinds of faces. I was just doing me. But I had nitrous gas, and the nitrous gas did absolutely nothing. I feel like the nitrous gas is just like a distraction. Like, it didn't make me feel any kind of way. It didn't do anything different. Just when it's just like whenever the contractions hit, they tell you to breathe through it. So it's kind of like what they tell you to do anyways. It's just like extra shit. I don't know, to get your mind off of it, I guess, because it's like a big ass machine. It makes a lot of noise, and you gotta breathe a certain way for it to like come out and stuff like that. So it's just a big ass distraction, which did not help at all. After that, like, I waited. It was still daytime when I had the nitrous gas. Like, so a couple hours later, like around 9 p.m. on the 26th, I was like, alrighty, give me those injections. And you can only get 2. I had my first one, and they do not last long. I would not, me personally, if I ever get pregnant again, I would probably do everything the way that I did it this time. Except I would just skip out on nitrous gas and hold off for as long as I can. But the Stadol, the injection, had me high than a bitch. I've never been so high in my life. Like, I felt like I was in a dream. I called my mom like 17 times. Like, literally, if I knew how to edit, I would show y'all the call log. Like, I kept calling her because like I would forget, and I thought like I was dreaming, and I called her, and I felt like after my dream I had to wake up and call her again, and I just kept doing it. And I just felt so out of body, so good, so out of it, just like, you know, I was sounding good than a bitch. But it didn't take, like, I guess it did take the pain away. You still feel a little pressure, a little pain, not too much, because you're too high to like realize the shit. Nothing matters when you're high, you know. That's why people get high. Not I, though. I would never do that shit again. It only lasts for like 2 hours. That's it. And like, who wants to be high while they're like pushing out their baby and they put the baby in your chest? Just like, hi, baby. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, high to the bitch. last 2 hours. I waited a few hours to get my second one. And after that, it was nighttime and I really wanted to go to sleep, but I was uncomfortable. They gave me Ambien. I had the best sleep of my life. Like, wherever Ambien is, I'm coming for you. Just kidding. I am not. Like, I have a baby to attend to. Like, I don't even take Benadryl when I'm sick now because I know Benadryl knocks me the hell out. Ambien knocked me the hell out, and she want to eat at all hours. So I have to be up and alert to feed my baby at all hours because that's just what she wants and that's just what she's gonna get. And yeah, good ass sleep. I slept like through the night. I didn't wake up at all. I barely had any pain. Next day, I got set up for my epidural. Things were moving really quickly. You know, of course, they like check your cervix for the night and stuff like that, and I was good. Wasn't doing anything. I got my epidural. I thought it was gonna hurt like a bitch. Like maybe my back just thick or something, but like I didn't feel anything. It just felt like a little pinch. I was nervous because of all the shit that I hear, but it was really nothing to be nervous about. Just, you know, when people tell you to be still, it's like your body just starts shaking. Like, I don't know why it happens. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like that, but don't tell me to be still because I'm gonna start shaking like a tick. And yeah, like the epidural was cool. Like there was something in my upper back. I don't know what it was, but she told me not to move too much because it will come out. And epidural kicked in. That shit is amazing. Such a relief. And I was good the rest of my labor. I didn't feel any more contractions. I didn't even know they were happening. They were just like, oh, that's a big contraction. Look at that on the grass and shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. Yes, and I have a baby. And yeah, throughout that, they were feeding me chicken broth, beef broth. I had Jello and sugar-free popsicles. And, you know, shit tastes like gourmet shit when you're starving. So I was enjoying it. Everything was okay. I just had in my mind, at the end of this, I'm getting Jack in the Box. Like, my entire pregnancy, like, towards the end, my third trimester, the extreme sausage sandwich with iced coffee, that's my go-to meal. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ate. And, yeah, I had my epidural, stuff like that. My family finally came. We were chilling, talking, kikiing. My mom was on Facebook Live, and my family was like, good luck, Kira. We love you. Go Kiwi, and da-da-da-da. Have that baby girl. And stuff like that, you know. I was in a good mood. I was dancing. My mom was like, look at this girl. She ain't in no pain no more, and I sure wasn't. I was feeling great. Another part of my mucus plug came out. My water broke for the last time. Like a gush, but it's like it's weird. Like it just kept coming out at random times. Just I was like, okay, and they kept changing my pad and stuff like that. And then let me think. Let me take a moment to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think I'm on track so far. Yeah, everything was going good. Towards the end, they had to put me in, I don't know why they kept putting me in different positions. I think because she was head down. Like, she had been head down for weeks. So it wasn't to like move her or anything. I think it was because like her heart rate kept dropping at like randomly. And honestly, I feel like it's because I had like the nitrous gas, the Stadol, and the epidural. Like, I think maybe it was too much for her. And they were talking about doing a C-section. So yeah, that's why they were having me in all those positions. Like, I was on my side with the peanut ball, and they had me on my back, and then they had me like on my knees with my arms over the back of the bed. Like, I've never slept so good in my life. Like, that's a weird ass position with your ass out and stuff like that, but like, best sleep of my life. And like, my mom and my cousin was there, and it's like, Like, I don't know, my whole life I've been like, you know, I don't want nobody to see my goods, especially not my mom. Like, I'm grown. What do you need to be seeing me for? But during that moment, you do not care. Like, everybody saw everything, and I do not care. I don't. We all got a hoo-ha. Well, most of us have a hoo-ha. We got tits, so there it is. Mine just look a little different than yours, than everybody's, because we're all different. But yeah, you don't give a shit. So ass out towards my mom and my cousin. Did not care. Best sleep ever. I slept for like 4 hours. They came in, had me move positions, and everything was going good. So they're like, we might not have to do a C-section. I was like, thank God, because I really did not want a C-section. Like, I have enough scars already. Like, please, don't do it. Like, I have a big ass scar in the center of my stomach from riding a bike with my cousin. We were racing, car was coming, and I zoop, and the handle went like straight in my stomach. So yeah, we good on scars there. Anyways, so yeah, then I did my practice pushes. Then it was time to have my baby girl, Dorian. And he came in, everything was good. He was in there digging and swooping. Oh, speaking of digging and swooping, they be fisting you when they check your cervix. Like, there should be a size limit on hands, because the man who came in the room was big as fuck, hands big as fuck, and he stuck them bitches all the way up in me to check my cervix. And I'm like, sir, like, can the lady do it? Like, the lady next to you has like real small, pretty little hands. Can I have her? Anyways, back to that part. So he came in, digging at me, scooping my baby head and stuff like that. And yeah, like, before he came in there, I had felt her head, and telling the lady, like, my baby head right here. Like, I know, like, it's my cooch. I know how it feels, and I know there's something right there. It's not supposed to be right there. It's my baby's head. And I guess she didn't believe me or whatever, because, like, when they checked me, I wasn't, like, far enough along for that to be happening, but it was right there. Like, I know for a fact it was, and it was. So they called my doctor. He came in. Then he did all that stuff I just said previously. All the swooping. I swear to God, I'm the worst storyteller. Y'all probably not gonna watch me or subscribe, but it's okay. Like, I'm enjoying myself right now in this quarantine. Now, he did what he did, and he was like, all right. He got everything set up, his napkins, his scissors, his knives, his utensils, all that nice stuff. I try not to look because I didn't want to get scared, and I was like really terrified of tearing, which I did end up tearing. And yeah, I pushed out. I think I did like 3 or 4 pushes, 3 or 4 long pushes at first. Like, I was just doing the most. He told me to push and I pushed, and I literally did not stop pushing. And he's like, chill, like, you're gonna exhaust yourself. I was like, all right, okay, Mr. Doctor. Also, my doctor was fine as fuck. Like, Dr. Westbrook, if you see this. No, but he really was cute as hell. And yeah, he told me to relax because I was doing too much. I thought I had it. Like, I was like, you know, I'm gonna be that one. Push this baby out. I want to push, you know, trying to be an overachiever, because that's just what we do around here. But I chilled. I pushed. He told me to push when I'm ready. He told me when I feel my next contraction, but like I said, I could not feel them, and they just told me when it was coming. And the next one that came, I pushed. I felt her head plop out, and I was like, ugh. Like, what is that? Like, that's a really weird feeling. Like, a whole ass head's coming out my hoo-ha. They say the head is the worst part. So if that is the worst part, it was good for me, because I didn't really feel, like, I felt pressure. Like, I could feel what was going on, just not any pain. Came out, and it felt like there was like a little break in between. I guess we were waiting for the next contraction. Second push, and you just feel the orange just, and it's like all the fluids just gush out, and it feels so weird but so good at the same time. And my baby was here, and like as soon as she came out, they put her on my chest, and it's like overwhelming. Like, there's this little human inside of you for 9 months. Like, you don't know what they look like. You never heard them cry. Like, you don't know what to expect. And like, if you don't have kids already, it's like everything just changes. Like, it's not about you anymore. Like, it was my birthday. Everybody's like, fuck my birthday. It's my baby's birthday. So happy birthday to Dorian, you know? It was also my birthday too. Like, I just turned 21. I should be out, you know, partying, getting drunk, getting fucked up, because we had no idea what was to come a few weeks later with this goddamn corona shit. Anyways, but yeah, it's all about your baby forever now. And like, they put her on my chest, and I was boohoo crying because I'm just a crybaby ass Pisces, and I'm finna cry now, I think. But like, I just be crying just to be fucking crying. Like, I cried at my gender reveal. My mom spoiled my gender reveal. That's coming next. That's what I'm finna do a story about. But like, I cried there too. But like, that's my baby. Like, I love my baby with all my heart. And like, my life is hers now, you know? Till she's old enough and grown enough to do her own thing and have her own life. That's my baby. And it was just really overwhelming. And I was like, oh my God. Look what I made. But yeah. But like, overwhelming too, because like, you don't even get a moment to think. Like, you just pushed a human out your cooch, and now here it is. So I don't know how to feel about that, if it's a good or a bad thing. I think it's both, to each their own, you know. That's just how I feel about it. But yes, put her on my chest. At the hospital I delivered at, they like to keep them with you as long as they can, so they don't go to a nursery. They do everything from your chest besides weigh them. They took her over, and like, I didn't even really get to see her when she first came out. So yeah, actually I did. Like, as soon as she came out, she held her up, and my baby had like 2 chins, and I was like, what the fuck? She was 6 pounds, and like, I'm 5'8", and I'm kind of heavy set, and her dad's, I think her dad's like the same height. He's like 5'8", 5'7". But I was not expecting to make a small baby, because every woman in my family makes big ass babies, and they carry big. But I did not carry big. I gained 10 pounds my whole pregnancy. My baby was 6 pounds, and yeah, like, I wasn't expecting her. She was so tiny, but had so many necks, and she had a cone ass head, and I'm like, ew. Like, mothers be, you know, in love with their babies when they come out, but I feel like me being young and also still like young minded, I wouldn't say shallow, but like shallow, I was like, ooh. She probably said the same thing about me too. If she could think, you know, how I was thinking, she was probably like, ooh, that's my mama. The feeling is mutual. But nah, she like, I just wasn't expecting to see like 2 necks and a cone ass head. And like they said, like, they're in there, and she's been face down for a while. So like, all her features are just like flat, like somebody hit him in the face with a ball. I was like, oh, look at my baby, mama's baby. They weighed her, all that shit, 6 pounds, like 4 ounces. I don't know. I can't think right now. But she was definitely 6 pounds. And slicked the boogers out. They left her vernix on, which I was happy about. I did delayed cord clamping. And that was it. Party was over. It's like this big ass moment building up. You know, finally get to the climax, and then it's just all over. Nothing else. Everything goes back to normal. You know, all the special treatment stops, all the oohs and the ahs. Now it's just you, your still ass, and your baby who just gonna get still with you, because they only get older, and people don't be too impressed or enthused or excited about children. is older than like a year. Like, fuck them babies up there, they turn a year. But right now, she still get her oohs and her ahs and all that stuff. But you know, it's none of that, oh, you're pregnant. Oh. No one cares that you just had a baby, which is cool. I don't really care, but you know. Yeah, I had my baby. I was like, hey, yo, ma, I'll get the Jack in the Box. She went to go get me Jack in the Box. They packed me and my baby up. Like, they put you out ASAP. Like, after you had a baby, pack your shit, get the fuck out. And they sent me to the postpartum room, which looked nothing like the postpartum room in the tour at all. And I was like, this is where I gotta stay after I just had a baby? Anyways, forgot to mention that I did tear. I think I did mention that I tore. It was a small tear. I did get stitches. And that was my biggest fear in my entire pregnancy, was like having a C-section and tearing, because I like, how do you care for stitches? And I thought I would be like terrified to wipe. Like, if I wipe, it's just gonna bust right back open and stuff like that. But they give you peri bottles to like squirt, so you don't really have to wipe. But I squirt the bottle twice, wipe and stuff like that. And like over time it got easier and things like that. They didn't really tell me to like hold off on sex or anything, which I thought they would. So, but like everything I read out, it's always like, you know, it's up to your discretion. What you want to do with your cooch is your business. So yeah, I healed easily. I got to go home the next day. You know, I wasn't in much pain afterwards. They just come in a room and like press on your stomach. It's not painful. It's just like uncomfortable, and like you anticipate pain. So like, it's, I don't know, when you anticipate pain, you kind of like feel a little, but like when you relax, it's all good, you know? I hope that makes sense. Like, I do that with everything and it ends up being like that. I anticipate pain, it happens, I try to relax while it's happening. It's like, oh, this shit don't hurt. But yeah, they come in, press it out, press on your whatchamacallit, oh, my placenta. So I heard back in the day they used to have to push on your stomach to get the placenta out, and everyone's like, that's the worst part, this is that. But my doctor, he just pulled mine out. Like, he grabbed the string, pulled it out slowly, and it came out. And my mom was like, oh my god, that's it, da da da. My doctor's like, yeah, placentas don't have bones, so all the other shit was unnecessary. My mom was like, wow. And me too, because I thought that was going to be the worst part, but it was also, you know, one of the easiest parts. Anyways, I had her on my birthday, did the certificate papers and shit like that. I had a celebratory meal. I had steak, which I'm pretty sure is my own placenta or somebody else's placenta. No, I'm just playing. It just didn't taste like regular steak, because I'm sure it's just a different cut than what I usually have, I'm guessing. But yeah, still good. It was like steak, asparagus, and shrimp, and mashed potatoes, and cake. It was all good, but the shit they gave me afterwards was disgusting. Had my little visitors and stuff like that, and then I got to go home on the 29th. So I was there from the 25th to the 29th. And like, ooh, let's go into breastfeeding. So there's like a lot of doctors there. There's like lactation nurses and things like that, and like the nurses on the floor, they just knew how to do the shit too. And honestly, that was the worst part, like breastfeeding for the first time, because like I don't know, it's not something, you know, I've experienced before. And like her latch when she first came out was vicious. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like pit bulls, how they lock on, like that's what it felt like she was doing to my nipples. Like, just lockjaw. Could not get her off for anything. Could not get her on for anything. But once she was on, she was on. And my nipples were so sore. I wanted to cry. And I wanted to give up. Like, I was like, I'm not finna be doing this shit. But I wanted my baby to have her breast milk. So I was like, I'm gonna tough it out. But I was crying at like points and times. I was like real life crying, because that shit really hurts. And like so many people had to show me how to get her to latch and stuff like that. Like you gotta put like a lot of your nipple, like your nipple and like the part where your areola is, that meat, like you gotta get that all in their mouth. Because if they're just sucking on the nipple, like that shit hurts, and that's not how that's supposed to go. And they gave me like a nipple shield and stuff like that, which I didn't really understand, because with the nipple shield they only could suck on the nipple, so that shit still hurt. They gave me a pump later on. The pump hurt like a bitch. Like the pump hurt worse than her latching on herself. And what I figured out was it's because there was no lubrication. But like now that I'm like a month and some weeks in, she's about to be like 2 months and like a week or two. Like now I could pump without like lubricating the pump itself. At first I put Vaseline on it and it made it so much better, but I didn't think to ask for that. Like I'm a first time mom, I didn't know. But then like when I got home and you know like shit got back to normal, my common sense kicked in. I was like, you know what, let me put some Vaseline in here. And I was like, oh shit. I was just pumping all day. This shit feel good. Better than her latching on, but I still tried to like get her to latch on and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's about it. Anyways, I had a lovely labor and delivery. Breastfeeding as hell. My nipples still be sore, but anything for my baby, so it's all good. And I still pump. I use a manual pump and an electric pump, and I waited 2 weeks to have sex. Hurt like a bitch. Feel like a whole new cooch. But you know, yeah, I think that's it. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but I would not do it again personally. Thanks for watching.